Barack Obama, the 10th cousin once removed of George W. Bush, through Samuel Hinckley of Cape Cod. Holy shit.
It's so crazy.
I've never gone down the Hinckley rabbit hole. So John Hinckley, the guy who killed, or shot rather, Reagan, what was his deal? Was he...
He was like...
MK Ultra?
Yeah, he was a little off. He was like the one family member that was a little off.
A little off.
Here's the craziest thing about that thing. The Hinckley that shoots at Reagan, he's the first one that can use the I'm mentally not capable of defending myself. I'm too mentally ill. What's the law where you can I know
what you're talking about.
Yeah. So because right around then, John Lennon was also getting like assassinated, and his killer tried to use that I'm not mentally capable.
Who killed John Lennon? Do we remember?
What was his name? What was it, dude? And I watched that whole story.
Is there a rabbit hole to go down on that one too?
That's a crazy story too, because like we had this kind of there's two eras of like assassinations where like everybody was getting assassinated, or they were tempted.
Mark David Chapman shot and killed Lennon. Now, is he an MK Ultra guy too?
Bro,
you think?
So he had that. What book did he have? On the Rye, what is it called?
Catcher in the Rye.
Catcher in the Rye.
Yeah,
that's some NK Ultra shit right there.
He's still alive?
Is he still alive?
69 years old. Getting fucked in jail.
Yeah.
Wow.
MK Ultra shit is left and right, dude.
The second gunman, not Mark David Chapman.
Yeah, nobody
may have
talks
shot
about
John
that
Lennon. Author claims. Author claims. Those authors.
Well, you know the.
I used to believe in authors.
The door guy at his hotel, his apartment building was a CIA FBI spook.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they just load it up. When it's meant to happen, you don't get out of there. There's layers upon layers upon layers. That's why when you talk about any of these things that. Even like when you talk about the Trump assassination, there's a lot of stuff I go, that's a little weird, like that's a really weird situation right there. Because if you study these high impact events, it's kind of like that scene in John Wick. Do you know where John Wick, like the hit goes out on him and he's in the plaza, and now every assassin has a flip phone suddenly. They're all on flip phones, and it's like, boom, take out John. That's a high impact event. Like there's layers upon layers upon layers where you're not getting out of there. Like 9/11, JFK.
What is this, Jamie?
Documents show CIA and FBI spied on John Lennon.
Oh.
For fear of interrupting the election in '72.
Which one was 72? Was that McGovern? I think that was when Hunter S. Thompson wrote Fear and Loathing on the Campaign Trail.
McGovern and Nixon.
Yeah, that was the one where Nixon won by the largest margin in history because McGovern's running mate, turns out he was cuckoo and had gotten electroshock therapy.
Oh, dude.
And didn't tell anybody about it. And did you ever see the press conference when he announces it? Bro, the dude looks like he just got out of the pool. He's fucking sweating. And they're like, you thought Tim Walsh was a bad VP. This guy, they're like, no. No. You can't be the vice president.
If you study the Malcolm X assassination, the guy who is giving him mouth to mouth at the end is a New York police officer that was so undercover that even like the New York police didn't know about it. It was this crazy like secret group within they didn't even go through like getting their badges and anything like that. They were like separated early and then infiltrated all of these organizations. Like the guys who shot him were working with the FBI. The guy who's giving him CPR is a undercover New York PD.
How exciting must it be to be an undercover dude? To be like deep. Imagine being like a fucking IDF soldier who's in Hamas.
Dude, that's crazy.
You're in Hamas. Yeah. You're in there.
And you're so deep too.
You're so deep that no one even knows what your actual job is. And there's like, Israel doesn't play.
Israel don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck. They have a bunch of those dudes. Like infiltrated
Everywhere.
Hezbollah.
Everywhere.
They've got guys in everywhere.
The
That's
US
how they blew
government,
everybody up with those pagers.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That pager thing is one of the most gangster moves in the history of espionage.
And it's like you guys, you know,
Is that
everything.
espionage, technically? No.
Yeah, 100%.
Is that what you call it?
Yeah, it was 100. It's clandestine and all that stuff.
Fucking wild move, man. What a wild move.
And then you study where like
blow their dicks off.
they could get any, like they could have this thing listening to us. It's that it's that yeah. The Buddha's listening to
Believe
us.
me.
This coffee's that's where it's
now
at.
they have Wi-Fi and the ability with Wi-Fi to see everything in the room.
Yeah.
Not only does Wi-Fi see you, it knows what position you're in, and it sees you as you're moving around.
It knows everything.
Yeah.
You know, even these phones. Like,
Oh yeah, they never shut off.
Who
by
was
the
I
way.
talking to? I was talking to some people last night at your club, and they were talking about how like your phone knows exactly like what time it is and what you tend to look at that time. So when you flip it up, those are the apps that come up. They have you down on lockdown. Everything. It's